Look at our weather today. Hopefully no crises like that. No branches coming down in Ohio.
I certainly hope so. We do have some big thunderstorms that we'll be tracking, though, overnight, including the possibility of some damaging wind gusts. But it's not the only stormy day. We head to Wharton, includes tomorrow, and then again by the end of the week in between some nice days. So I'll break down all the accomplishment. We can't wait to welcome them home and get that parade underway. Things are nice and quiet in Massapequa. I kind of zoomed in on the radar and satellite picture, and really all across the area for now, things are nice and quiet. But I'm looking off to the west here. You see this cluster of heavy rain and storms, the start of that next system that'll be pushing through later on tonight. But it's one of a couple that we'll be dealing with the next few days. Another front swings through tomorrow. That's going to give another round of showers and storms. Some nice summer days here in the middle, but then by the end of the week, we've got another front swinging on through. That's going to bring some showers and storms, but it's also going to bring a nice weekend. So we're definitely going to be in and out of it. By tonight, though, I want to make sure you're aware we are going to be in it. Some strong thunderstorms possible, and especially across portions of South Jersey in the Philly area where it's a heavy rainfall, but also damaging wind gusts. That tornado risk isn't zero, unfortunately, and double, unfortunately, it's coming during the overnight. So when a lot of us are going to be sleeping. So have a way to get warning, something that could wake you up. So looking at our hour-by-hour forecast, most of the day today, great, but by after midnight, then we start to see these storms take shape. You see a lot of the yellow, the orange, and the red and purple, the heavy rainfall. Stop it at about 4 a.m. This is an area of low pressure, and so that's what's leading to maybe some of the destructive wind power with this. And you can see it's coming through during our shows tomorrow morning. Out for the morning commute, but at that point, we may have some issues on the roadway, so expect a slow morning commute tomorrow. Not this morning, so we're kind of leading up to all of it. Things are pretty quiet. Not Point Pleasant Beach, but we're at 70 degrees there. We're looking at quiet day today, but it is going to be warm. 86 for the high. Then storms overnight. Some may be on the strong side, 72 degrees. Those are out in the morning hours. We're up to 81 tomorrow afternoon, but another round, especially south of the city tomorrow evening. Pretty quiet. We see the plaza behind you guys in good shape, and around the boroughs from Brooklyn and Queens in the 70s. We have Staten Island at 67, 73. In the Bronx, we're rain-free for now. Not the case overnight into tomorrow morning. In fact, just by tomorrow, some areas picking up as much as 2 to 3 inches of rainfall, and it's not our only stormy day. Tracking it all for you coming up in the 10-day. Quiet this morning, and I think even through late afternoon. And things change, though, overnight tonight, so I want to get you ready for that. Timing for these strong showers and thunderstorms, we start to see, and we'll be watching the radar by late evening, but really after midnight through tomorrow morning's commute. Flash flooding is a concern, but damaging wind gusts are also possible. And because it's an overnight concern, definitely want to have a way to get some way to get warnings that perhaps could wake you up. Of course, download our app and turn those notifications on. That's very helpful. That tornado risk is there too, unfortunately, those ingredients, along with the overall general damaging wind gust threat. So timing is key. Let's get you ready for it. Again, most of the day, including the evening commute, should be in good shape. I stop it at about 2 a.m. We'll be watching, especially across the Philly area, for the strongest part of those storms to start moving to the north and east. And you notice with that future radar, just a little bit of a curl. This is an area of low pressure that'll develop. So that's where the twisting power, that tornado risk, the wind damage threat is going to be coming from. So I stop it at 4 a.m., still going with heavy rainfall from White Plains in and around the city, Long Island, and then it sweeps through in the next couple of hours after that. So the late morning commute should be in better shape weather-wise, but obviously we'll have to see how much of that is a concern with leftovers from those storms. Now, if you're heading out tonight, here's the timing for this. If you're going to the Mets game, I think the game should be fine. It's heading home that we'll start to see some of those showers beginning to creep on into the radar. But obviously right now it's beautiful out. With the humidity has come down a hair from yesterday. 73 degrees currently. It's going to be a warm afternoon. Sun and clouds up to 86 degrees. Clouds increase later on today. Of course, those overnight storms down to 72 degrees. Those should be out for the morning commute. And then we do get another round toward the evening hours tomorrow, especially south of the city.
I know the day's going to change, but look at it start right there, Maria.
No, it really is pretty as a picture right now over the city. You have all the colors with the sunrise, and we'll get some sun and clouds in there. And Gizmo from Williston Park, New York, ready for it, but also, as you can see, kind of cautious because although we're nice and dry through the midday and into this evening, tonight storms return, some strong, and we've got another couple stormy days in the 10-day. I'll time it all out in the 10-day. coming up. Dave, a shout out to Massapequa. Things are nice and quiet. You can see with the radar and satellite picture, a few clouds sweeping on by, but that's it for now. And that's it across the area where we look off to see the big changes headed our way. This system, and you can see it's already producing some heavy rainfall in parts of the Ohio and Mississippi River Valley. So this is our issue for tonight. The front sweeps through, but not until late Tuesday into Wednesday. That gives us another round of some stormy weather before high pressure builds in. And you guessed it, as soon as we kind of get used to that, another front sweeps in by the end of the week, giving another round of some stormy weather. But that sets us up for a great weekend. Again, counting down those summer weekends. It's nice to see a good forecast all weekend long. So I'll show you that in a second. Have to get you ready for the overnight, though. This is one of those situations where it's an overnight concern for severe weather. Always a little extra concerning because with everybody asleep, you're not as weather aware. So you want to make sure you have a way to get warnings. If you haven't, download our app and you'll turn on those notifications and you'll get any warnings that are issued. As you can see, the greatest risk off to our south, but we have not just damaging wind gusts and heavy rainfall, but that possibility of a tornado or two. Those conditions are there. Let me show you. By late tonight, about 10 o'clock, some spotty showers, but really everything picks up midnight and later. And you can see by 2 a.m., heavy rainfall. That's the part of the system, the curl of that developing area of low pressure. That's what gives it the spin, the heavy rainfall and the gusty winds, really from Poughkeepsie through the city, East Point and Islip. That sweeps through during the morning commute. The later morning commute should be in better shape, but at that point we'll have gone through some pretty heavy rainfall, so we'll keep you posted on that. Today, though, we're off to a great start. 73 degrees. We'll be about 82 at noontime, on our way up to 86. So it's a warm afternoon, storm-free, rain-free. Again, everything picks up after midnight.
At least at the morning, which looks nice, Maria.
Yeah, we're good. Green to go for this morning's commute. Definitely keeping an eye on tomorrow morning's commute, where we've got strong thunderstorms moving on through at that point. Heavy rain, gusty winds, and unfortunately that tornado risk as well. So I'll break down the timing, get more specific, and a couple of rounds of stormy weather in that 10-day forecast.
Thanks so much.
We've got some things going on closer to home here that I want to make sure you're aware of. We've got some big thunderstorms headed our way overnight tonight. So a couple things to keep in mind. It's going to be dry through today. I think by late night toward the midnight hour, we'll start to be seeing some of those showers move in. So it's really late evening, tomorrow morning's commute, especially the early part of the morning commute, could really be impacted. Flash flood risk, 1 to 3 inches of rainfall on the table here. Obviously, with any big thunderstorms, damaging wind gusts are possible. So make sure, since it is an overnight threat, you want to have a way to get warnings that could wake you up as well. So you can download our app and turn those notifications on and get those warnings. But I want to get you through the next few hours too, because not so bad. It's actually really beautiful. This is a gorgeous view from the Statue of Liberty from EarthCam. If you're taking the ferry this morning, you've got a great view of the sky. 73 degrees right now. That dew point still at 60. It's muggy, but not as muggy as it was this time yesterday. So getting a little break in that department too. By later on in the afternoon, lunchtime temperature 82 degrees, on our way up to 86. So timing it out, you can see by 10 o'clock, I'll be looking for those showers on the radar. After that, things kind of pick up in intensity. And you can see in that 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. time period, some of those bigger thunderstorms making their way into our area. So from Trenton, Newark, Merrick, and down the shore, pushing into the Hudson Valley and Connecticut as we get into that 4 or 5 a.m. hour. This is where we could see the more powerful part of it in our area, the gusty winds and the torrential rainfall. It is out by, say, 7, 8 a.m., so the later morning commute, depending on how the roads shape up during that rainfall. But keep in mind, again, that tornado risk tomorrow, or I should say overnight into tomorrow morning, isn't zero. You want to have a way to get warnings. We do see also that wind damage risk across the area. Now, by tomorrow afternoon, we're headed up to 81 degrees. We're waiting on a front to come through. That's going to give us another round by tomorrow.